Honorable Minister, Mr. K.S. Rao, my colleague and senior Minister, Ponna Lakshmaya, Secretary to Government of India, Mr. J. Satyanarayana, Dr. M.P. Narayana, the state officers, Mr. Jaju and others present here, ladies and gentlemen. It's in fact a pleasure being a part of this inauguration for the second time in the second year. I think in the last 9 years, 4 times you had conferences here. It's in fact a privilege being a part of this opening ceremony, where all of you from throughout the country are here. What is that technology can give us, and especially IT, and what is that it has given us? It's very important for us to analyze where did we start off about 25-30 years back and where are we now? I think the last 1,000 years or so, technology and development is equivalent to the last 25 years in the world. I think more changes have come in the world in the last 25 years. Technology which is within the approach of common man, which is cheap and affordable, is what sells. It's very important that it should be within the reach of common man and it should change their life. That is what technology is all about. If you see in the last 25-30 years, from a country where we were very poor, where we had many villages without electricity. Even now there is problem of electricity, shortage of electricity, not without connectivity. Where we had only 2 scooters and 2 cars being manufactured in this country. And we had a telephone and there used to be something called a trunk call. I don't think anyone in this generation knows what a trunk call is, and most of them do not see a telephone also. It's all totally a cell, and cell appliances have come. How is this we can transform society with technology? For the government, it is important that every citizen in the state should services in the government which he requires should be easily accessible to them with least of corruption or least of trouble and no corruption. It should be hassle-free. That is what the citizen wants in our country today. So one such initiative by us was when Mr. Satyanarayana, he was my first principal secretary when I became chief minister. This idea came to us of Me Seva in a meeting, in a review meeting. And I think he has put in about 100 or 120 hours to come up with 15 applications or 15 services to be started within the next 2 or 3 months when we started off. He came up with solutions saying that I will give the certificate next day or after 2 days and after 3 days. I said, your idea is closed. Within 15 minutes, you are able to deliver to the citizen, come up with the idea. Otherwise, corruption or middlemen will become 2-fold or 3-fold. If you are going to give a certificate after 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, it's not going to work. come up with an idea where you are going to give the certificate in 15 minutes. That's what he has burnt a lot of candles or a lot of electricity to come up with this solution. What is today nearly 1.5 lakh transactions which are happening today every day in this state. He is one of the main responsible persons. I think he deserves a big hand from all of us. If we are able to do about 2.5 crores here, I think Sanjay Jaju and all his team and all our secretaries, including Mr. Satyanarayana and our minister, although he comes from, he is much elder to me, he doesn't look so. His ideas and his thoughts are very young. So that is why my IT minister drives this portfolio very well. And we are able to achieve what we are able to do now. In MeSeva, we have got about 153 services now. Many of you might not understand what is this MeSeva. Any certificate you want from the government, it could be your caste certificate, it could be your birth certificate, it could be your income certificate, lands showing your land properties, documents for your properties, encumbrance, all these certificates, you get them across the table once you go to the centers. We have got about now 7,000 centers. To start with, we started with about 10-15 services in one district. This is November, November 4th, 2011. Today we have got about 150 services with 1.5 lakh transactions a day. So you are talking of 1.5 lakh transactions a day without changing hands of a single rupee as middleman fees or bribe. It is a saving of 4,000 to 5,000 crores a year for the ordinary citizen in the rural areas and in the urban areas. That is the impact this program has gotten to our system. This is one of the programs we are doing, and we are pioneer in the country. And last time, as Mr. Satyanarayana said, he requested that we should give the know-how to anyone, any state who is taking. I said, we are most welcome to share it. We do not mind sharing it. Good thoughts or good practices should be shared and should be implemented so that better action can come. This is not the only thing we are doing. Now, Government of India is coming up with Aadhaar. Aadhaar, I think we are one of the few states who is going to be the first state to finish our Aadhaar enumeration. Although it's already delayed in this state by at least 2 years. So in the rest of the country it is delayed, it is going to be more delayed. Out of the 8.4 crores, I think nearly 7 crores we have already generated our Aadhaar card, and others are on the process. We will try to finish it by this year end. That's what is our target. These targets keep changing, of course. It is global competition, and the fittest is going to survive. It is no more. We are not competing with within ourselves. We are not competing within our district, our state, or our country anymore. The fittest in the world is going to survive, and fittest in the world, we have to be among them to survive, and only the fittest will prosper. In education, we are trying to get in quality education here. Yes, we produce the maximum number of engineers in the country. We are proud of it. But the quality, I am not so proud. The quality has to improve. They should be among the best in the country, both in confidence. By the time they finish their graduation, they should be ready to take any challenge. And they should be employable. We cannot have engineers or we cannot have senior graduates or who is doing business management who cannot take on the ground and start working once he finishes his college. We have to have enough practical experience for our students. Skill development should be a part of our education. We are trying to change that. This does not come within a day. This year, we have monitored all the engineering colleges in our state. We have got, I think, highest engineering colleges in the state. We said, you give all the statistics as per your requirement, you load it onto the computer. Let us know how many professors do you have, what is your infrastructure, what is that we have to give. Once we are paying for the fees of the students, we have to see the best of education is given to the students. The best of skill development is given to them. They should be ready to take on whatever job is assigned to them. Then, today the problem is, after their graduation, when a company wants to pick up, you are picking them up and you are training them and you are wasting your valuable money or your valuable time for training such people. But I feel their training should be finished in college. They should be ready to take any job once they are out of college. That's what we are trying in education. I think I'll quote a quote of Mr. Obama. When he went to a university in US, he told the students there, if you Americans do not study, the Chinese and Indians students are very bright and very hardworking. They will overtake you. You will not get any jobs. In US, ours is a free country. We can control the immigration into the country, but we cannot control the talent the Chinese and Indians have and the hard working nature they have. Unless you work hard, unless you excel, it is going to be very difficult to compete with them. That is the type of talent we have got. Our biggest disadvantage was our population. That should be our biggest advantage. We have to make our population skill developed. We have to make our population educated, and human resource development should be our sole goal to change the society. Our asset should be our youngsters. Our asset should be their education. That is what will change the country. And once education becomes a part of our curriculum, part of every individual with skill development, I think it is not long when we will be leading the world as Indians. We will be proud that we are from this country which will lead the world in all aspects. Thank you very much for making me a part of this. And I think there is still a lot to be done from the governments, still a lot to be done from, we are partnering here. This is one field. In every place, we are partnering the private industry here in IT and ITES. So you come up with solutions. As government, we are ready to partner with you for the welfare of the people and for their benefit and for transparency into the system. We are always for IT, and this is the only way of going ahead. Thank you very much.